I say this with peace and love to my new beautiful listeners and my current subscribers, that to stay up to date on my latest breaking news and coin updates, you need to hit that subscribe button. It's very important, and hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date on this ever-changing cryptocurrency market. Peace and love to my future new listeners.
Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, and this is an after bowling league night update, and we need to get this handicap going because let's just say to my audience, if the handicap until week 3 is not implemented, our team is swinging and a miss and stood there like the house on the side of the road, right? So we're going to need that to happen because we are not very good as a 5-person team bowling against 5 other people, mono, e-mono. Our team, not going to cut it, so we're going to need that handicap. And old Vincenzo is sneakily keeping his average slightly below, about 190 right now through 6 games. I would like it to be about a 180. So then I would have a easy 30 over every game with handicap. If I had a 180 to 183 average, I can shoot 210s like I'm hitting fish in a barrel, right? So that's what we're going to try to do next week because we don't have a shot at winning any of these games until we get the handicap in. So I'm just going to try to bowl a couple of 170s and maybe a 190 next week. That's the goal. But let's look at the Bitcoin price. Yeah, that's why you're all here. As I digress, you can see we're still into this consolidation. And now we've actually consolidated long enough where you can see we got this lower support, 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 and support again just about an hour ago in this same area. And then we got this upper resistance up here, right? Just sort of in this region. We'll go up a little bit, right? You're somewhat right into there. And as we've been talking about, we're going to make these smaller because we just want these here just to see where the upper resistance, the regional upper resistance is. You can see the bigger thing that we're looking at is you notice how the moving average is. Look how spread apart they are here. You got the 50, the 100, or you got you got the 200, the 100, and the 50 from top to bottom respectively in the green, the blue, and the red. Notice how far apart they are here. And now notice as you move along in a couple of days out, as the price action is consolidated, you have these moving averages now running parallel to each other in a very tight range. And we were talking about this on XRP earlier. This is signaling that you're going to have, and notice how the volume in Bitcoin 2 in the 30-minute has come to almost zero after this big dump that we had back here when we went a full lateral dump into this bear flag from this major upper resistance in the bear flag. And then we fell, like we were watching back there, you fell straight through, no support at the lower support and just dumped right through there. And now you're on this beautiful consolidation when this volume, as it's declining, and you can see if you look at it, there's big sell volume there and now declining volume since. And you can even see that in the mean of the volume down there in yellow, but we need to make that a little bit better of a color because that's hard to see. So we're going to go in here, we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to go to the mean. We're going to make that purple, right? And then we're going to make that, we're going to get out of there. There you go. So you can see the mean of the volume. You can see how it peaked up with the volume there, and now it's tailed off to almost nothing. There's going to be a big bounce, and if this bounces up, you're going to come right into upper resistance and try to fight back bullish. But what I think is more likely to happen here is if you zoom out here to the 1 hour time or the daily time frame, but we need to be closer than the daily time frame, so we're going to go to the 2 hour. You can see this bear flag that we're in there. We have a miniature consolidation of a bear flag here, and this could be what is the flagpole, the flag, and this is telegraphing where the next breakdown is going to come to. And look how, just conveniently enough, you go from the top of that flag to the pole to the point of a breakout. Look where that gets you, right between that 19,869 and the top part of that orange support zone, or the last line of defense to the shithouse / gold mine when you get down there. And that would make sense down here as coming the major lower support out of this, right? And that's the bearish scenario, and that's what we're watching out for right now in the Bitcoin price. If we look at XRP, you can see XRP is in a very similar pattern right here. You got your lower support down here. See this? You got your uptrending lower support right in that general area. And then you got your overhead resistance, which is also uptrending. If we take this right there, and we extend it out, you can see we have a similar type deal. And if we said this was a bear flag, a regional, local, short 2 hour time frame bear flag, you'd go from the top to the point of a breakout, and look where that gets you. That would also make sense as it brings you right back down in line with support, support, support in this blue support range that we've been talking about as a local regional supply zone in the micro time frame, right? And that's what is a better possibility of happening versus, which is still a possibility, just slightly less, to come up to this 37 cents and break to the upside and then retest to try to get bullish. And as we know, you got to get above this 37 cents, confirm it as support, and trade to the upside to get bullish, right? What's more likely is you come back down into this area, and that's what old Vincenzo is going to watch out for you in the old XRP price. And then if we go into here, we've heard that DAP is no longer required. So we're going to hold this down and we're going to remove DAP. And Raven coin, I hear, oops, Raven, what kind? What is this? I forget what he said. I always think it's Raven coin, but I think it's actually something else. Let's go into here. Let's go into comments, blah, 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 blah. Get rid of that. Scroll on down. XRP, yes, 9 cents is possible. Paul White, but it would be a brief period in time, maybe a couple of weeks. But yes, Paul White, it's absolutely possible. Do you believe XLM and XRP will disappear, Paul White? I absolutely do not believe they will disappear, and I have them in my top 5 cryptos to own in 2023, 2024. As we pull out of this bear market into the next bull run, I think you're going to do phenomenally well and 1,000x your life if you buy them in the spots that I believe you're going to have a once in a generational lifetime buying opportunity in, right, Paul? They will not go away. I believe they will be big time players in the future of the digital age, the digital payment processing, and the metaverse, and everything that's going to go with more of a cashless society and digital payment and transaction form from around the world, right? I do not believe they're going away. I believe they're going to be excellent long-term investments if you're a long-term holder and you have the fortitude, the education, the knowledge to do that, right? My man, where is some of this? My brother, can you look at some TA on MA on A? That's all right. Let's look at that. I forgot about that, and I apologize, my man. MANA. There it is. I'm sorry, I forgot you said this. So many coins to do, but I know I've never looked at this, so we're gonna have to start from the daily time frame and see how long this. Oh, this coin's been out kind of a long time. Let's go to the weekly time frame. There we go. So what I like to do here, Mark, I believe that was Mark, a long time OG, and I appreciate the support and the trust and the viewership from you, and I appreciate that. And let's see here. What I like to do, as you know from watching me, I like to go to the old volume indicator, right? Let's get the volume indicator, and I like to go from the top, from the very beginning to the most recent time frame, and you can see where the heart and the mean of all the volumes been right up in here, and especially right where this red little line that sticks out like a dirty little devil right there. We're going to mark that in red, and that is the heart of the volume right there. So we're going to put that in red, and we're going to go ahead and lock that. Oh, that's not what we want. We want to lock that. Get in here. Get in here. Lock. There we go. We want to lock that. See that? And now we know where that's at. And then what I like to do is I like to go to a fib circle. So we're going to take a fib circle and we're going to go from a swing high. Let's click that. I like to go candle bodies. Oh, you fucker. Let's get my fib circle. I like to go from swing high right there. I'm going to have to change the color to swing low right there to current price. Click that. I need to be able to see what I'm looking at so I can put this in the right spot. There we go, orange, but we're going to make this blue, and then we're going to zoom in, and you can see I like to use the candle bodies right there, and then go to current time frame right about there, and then I like to lock it. And you can see now, if we're looking at Decentraland, we have a little bit of a formation of what's going on here. And then if we look at what's going on here, you could look at a few different things. You could say This is obviously you were in a rising channel over here from the very beginning. You got your support, support right there, support right there, support, support. And if you draw it all the way up, you got your support right there. You see that? And we're going to actually make this a different color, right? And then if you go and draw your upper resistance, you got resistance, resistance, two solid spots of upper resistance right there. See that? Right there, you kind of got a rising channel, and that would say your technical target is somewhere down here towards the bottom of the channel and decentral land down in here, which if I had to look at my fib circle that I got going on here, it gives me sort of an educated guess, and that's all technical analysis is. It tries to put the probabilities in your favor, and on a very, very, very bottom low in the future, I would say this fib circle somewhere towards later on in the year at about 12 cents would be a golden pocket to accumulate this. If you're long-term accumulating this, this would be the golden pocket down there, aka the shit house or the golden accumulation zone. And that is obviously red because that's what it would be. But I think the 3.618 Fibonacci would be your golden pocket. And in the short term, if you can't hold above, if we zoom in now to the hour time frame, if you can't hold above this red support zone. Notice how when we zoom in, you're getting supported on this quite nicely. And the moving average is coming down pretty close to it. If you can't hold this major volume area and get on top of this 200-day and start to trade bullish and break north of here, the 94 cents, you're going to get rejected and you're going to trade on down towards this underneath blue ring, right? Down here at 66.25 cents or 66 cents, right, is your major underneath local support, and your major overhead resistance is this major red area, the volume indicator at 93 cents. If you break above 93 cents, you confirm it, you're very bullish, and you could trade all the way up towards this $1 to $1.50 range. But if you can't get above the 93 cents, you're going to most likely trade down to the 66 cents. And right now, you're trying to hold support on this critical area, the bottom part of this red support zone or the major traded volume area, noted by the volume fixed profile, right? And you're still below the 200-day, so you're bearish. If you can hop above the 200-day, you're short-term bullish and can try to make a run at that 93 cents, right? So that's what we're looking at there. That's what we're looking at in some of the market. Peace and love. Peace and love.